by meteorologist Dean Davis of the Weather Pros, liveweatherblogs.com. Like promised, we will be back tonight to go more in depth into what I see coming. This is your cone of uncertainty for the National Hurricane Center. And obviously here you can see the Hurricane Maria. It's not an M there for Maria, it means major. It's going to move north-northwest. And the cone of uncertainty now includes parts of Norfolk, and the Outer Banks are part of North Carolina. The thing is, a lot of these models, as we were saying a couple days ago, are starting to shift a little bit. There's a high pressure that's building, and I'll show you this in a little bit. And that because we lost Jose, it's actually going to try to steer this hurricane back towards the coastline before that trough comes and kicks it out to sea. Where it actually gets kicked out is still to be determined. But at this point, it looks like it'll be near or close to the Outer Banks to at least give them some issues. So let's take a look at some closer models. Here's your Hurricane Global models, and as you see here, it's the black center track. We have a good amount of more to the left than to the right here with models, including some better models that are taking this to the west, closer to the Outer Banks. Not saying on Outer Banks. A couple of them do say that, but much closer to the Outer Banks than what most would like to see before it gets shifted and out to sea, and then it won't be much of an issue. The GFS ensembles, the black is the GFS goes near the coast and it backs out, but a lot of the GFS ensemble members are real close to this track, and some of them actually have landfall occurring. I'm not as worried of a landfall as I am of just some tropical conditions, but we have to watch this because, like I said, over half of these models on this ensemble part of the models shifted to the left based on that high pressure. So it's stuff we got to watch. And believe it or not, the CMC, or the Canadian, was the first to pick up on this, and it's pretty much in line with your GFS ensembles, where, once again, the middle line comes close to the coast before kicking out to sea. But a lot of these ensembles are on the left-hand side, so we still got to make sure it don't shift to the west anymore. So it's going to be an uncomfortable time, believe it or not, for the Carolinas, Virginia area as the storm gets closer. Let's start off here with the winds first, and then go to the GFS 500 millibar chart and show you what I see there. There goes what's left of Jose in the upper picture. Here comes the wind and issues from Maria. And here you go. There's that westward shift that this is showing. And what this is also showing, we're going to take a look at the color codes here. Okay, a lot of people say, oh, there's going to be no effects at all towards Roanoke, places like that, but Roanoke's about right here. We're looking at 35 knot winds on Thursday, so I don't say it's impossible to get some good winds by Thursday. And then finally it'll kick out to sea based on the GFS, but that's just amazing. And then there's another potential tropical system that's going to come close to the land that might develop. So a lot, that's way out. What we're worried about is Maria. Like I said, it's going north and it shifts a little inland based on the high, and then kicks out to sea. And that's pretty much what this model is saying. We'll take a look at the European, and then we're going to go through the hours, 24 hours out, 48 hours. As you see, this is getting closer. And this is actually closer than it was last night. I mean, the center is a little further out than the GFS, but it's coming around to the idea of a western shift, which is an issue. And then it shifts out to sea, like I said. But now the fact that we have the European showing the potential of that occurring is not good, by no means. The westward shift is happening with all models, and it's a pretty good issue. Let me see, 500 millibar chart. That's up a little bit in the atmosphere, showing different things. And you'll see here, wind direction. It backs up a little bit. You'll see there's a trough sitting right there. There's a trough. Or actually, yeah. You have a trough that comes through, and then you're going to have a ridge build. When a ridge builds, That's when the issue is going to happen with the hurricane, before the next trough comes down. So there's your issue, the ridge and the trough, and that's what kicks it out to sea is the trough. Very clearly here, that's what the kicker is. But the trough, being pretty far out, is going to allow it to come in. The high pressure is going to allow it to come in closer with the block further to the northeast. You see this little line here, there's your block pushing in, and then that's what the west push comes from, and then boom, the trough comes in shortwave, pushes it out. That's what we needed to happen, but it doesn't look like it's going to be happening as fast as people want it to. And then we're going to look here at Maria showing to the picture with the NAM. And the NAM's a little bit more off the coastline too. It's close enough, but it kind of wobbles. Still get some tropical force gusts at the coast, but it wobbles a little bit before it gets kicked. Shows the trough coming a little quicker. This is what the models are battling over right now. But let's take a look at temperatures here over the next few days. And you can see temperatures will be in the 80s. And the mid-80s and some 70s along the coastline. As the tropical system comes in and influences, we'll get down to the 70s before we get closer to the weekend. We get this trough. You can see the cold air coming. And I'll show you that on the GFS real fast. And this is just what we're expecting over the next couple of days. It's expected to be sunny, but you're going to have a massive shift in temperatures pretty quickly. There's the GFS again, what it shows there. It would cool down the air in the Roanoke Valley around Thursday. And boom, here comes cooler air. 60s, 70s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. That is what's coming up here very soon, before it gets back towards 80 by October the 9th. We're going to have a earlier situation with cool air by next Friday. So get through this upcoming week, and it's going to get cooler and drier. We also have to keep watching Maria, and we will, here at the Weather Pros and liveweatherblogs.com and stormsquad.net. Stay with us. We'll keep you updated. Meteorologist Team Davison, thank you for watching. Have a great evening.